comes slowly to the African savannah. A thin line of light appears beyond the distant trees. For a brief moment, the entire wilderness seems to hold its breath, but the silence is an illusion. Wildebeest lower their heads, searching for fresh grass, still wet with morning dew. Farther away, a giraffe rises above the tree line, its long neck reaching toward the branches of an acacia. Birds begin calling from the canopy. And somewhere beyond the grasslands, a pride of lions is waking. The lionesses lie close together after a long night. Beside them, the cubs are already restless. They nip at one another, roll through the dust. Then suddenly freeze when the deep growl of an adult male cuts through the morning air. For the cubs, the world is still a place for games. For the adults, every new day is a test of survival. And today, hunger will be their guide. The sun climbs higher. The temperature begins to rise. Shadows grow shorter. Near a waterhole, a herd of elephants arrives. The largest female leads the group. The young follow closely behind. They use their trunks to drink, spray water across their backs, and push slowly through the surrounding vegetation. Elephants do not need to hunt, but even giants must remain alert, because in the wilderness, size does not always guarantee safety. Across the open plain, a leopard lies motionless on a tree branch, almost invisible. It simply watches, waiting. In this world, the fastest animal does not always win. Sometimes, the most patient predator does. Near a shallow depression in the land, a herd of African buffalo is moving through the grass. They are powerful animals, broad-shouldered, heavy, armed with curved horns and an instinct for danger. One older bull separates slightly from the herd. It stops, raises its head. Something is wrong. The lions are already in position. They do not charge immediately. Instead, they spread out. Several move along the left side. Others circle wide to the right. The buffalo finally sees them. Hundreds of hooves pound the earth. Dust rises into the air. The lions attack. One approaches from behind. Another tries to cut off the escape route. The hunt becomes a battle of strategy. For a moment, hunter and prey stand facing each other. Silence. Then the pride moves in. The buffalo fights desperately, but numbers, timing and coordination finally change the outcome. After a violent struggle, the lions gain control. The hunt is over. There is no easy victory here. Only an ancient rule of the wild. One animal lives, and another gives up its place in the world. The lion cubs emerge from the bushes. They are not allowed to come too close, but they watch. This is a lesson no classroom could ever teach. How a pride works together. How to avoid the horns. How to choose a target. How to wait for the right moment. These are the skills that will shape their future. Near another stretch of water, a very different story is unfolding. A Nile crocodile lies motionless on the muddy bank. Its jaws hang slightly open. Only its eyes seem fully alive. It is basking beneath the sun. For a crocodile, sunlight is energy. It does not need to move much. It only needs to wait. But today, the quiet morning is about to change. A pride of lions appears near the water. They have come to the river after the hunt. The crocodile notices them. It turns its head. The lions stop. Only a few yards separate the two predators. One lioness steps forward. The crocodile immediately opens its jaws. One lion moves closer. The crocodile lashes its tail. Mud and sand explode into the air. The lions jump back. Then they begin moving around it. Another lion approaches from the side. The crocodile suddenly lunges. The lion twists away. Neither side wants to turn a confrontation into a dangerous fight. Finally, the crocodile slides into the river. Only its eyes remain above the surface. The lions stand along the bank. They may have won the encounter, but the crocodile still holds the strongest advantage of all: the water. Afternoon settles over the savannah. The heat intensifies. Hot wind sweeps across the golden grass. Then a series of sharp calls echoes across the plain. African wild dogs are gathering. Ahead of them stands a herd of oryx, tall, powerful, armed with long, deadly horns. One adult oryx suddenly turns its head. It sees movement. The wild dogs begin to run. Unlike lions, they do not depend entirely on a single ambush. They rely on teamwork. One dog accelerates. Another maintains pressure. Others constantly change position behind them. The oryx herd begins running. Dust rises around their legs. The wild dogs keep coming. The exhausted animal falls behind. The wild dogs surround it. The hunt ends quickly. The pack has food. But in the African wilderness, no meal remains private for long, because every successful hunt can attract another predator. A group of spotted hyenas appears in the distance. As afternoon fades, the savannah becomes even more alive. Herds of wildebeest move across the plains. Zebras appear among the golden grass. Giraffes stand beside acacia trees. Elephants make their way toward the water. Hippos begin emerging from the shallows. And somewhere in the distance, a lone rhinoceros crosses the open ground. It pays little attention to the hunts taking place around it. The sun begins to fall. The pride returns beneath a cluster of trees. The lion cubs rush toward their mothers. They push against one another, touch noses, then collapse beside the warmth of their mother. One cub lifts its head toward the horizon. It can see elephants, zebras, wildebeest, antelope moving through the last golden light. Perhaps it does not yet understand that every one of those animals is connected to its own future. Another day on the African plains is coming to an end, but life here never truly stops. On this land, no 2 days are ever exactly the same. But one thing remains certain: the savannah never sleeps.